Hey there, welcome back to Spirit of a Handyman. Today I'm going to show you how I built this lofted bunk for my kids using 10 2x4s and 1 sheet of plywood and a box of screws. So let's check out how these cuts were made and what dimensions to do that with, and maybe you too can build an awesome lofted bunk for on the cheap. So here it is.
I'm not claiming that this is the greatest design in the world, but the nice thing that this design has going for it is that it uses every scrap of wood. So the total cost was under 60 bucks. So I took 8 inches off the side of this sheet of plywood and then 16 inches off the length. And then I ended up reusing both of those pieces for a headboard later on. So we'll get there. Then also framed the bottom into 40 by 80 and then nailed the plywood on top of that. Here you see my twins holding up their twin bed, bunk bed here. They were good helpers. All right, so here's those 2 pieces of cutoff that I had. The 16 inches, both of the 2x4s and of the plywood, and then the 8 inches went on top, and that made a nice little header for the bed. Then it was time to paint before we moved it into the bedroom, so I had the kids all help me with that. That was a great learning experience, and they lasted about 10 minutes, and then I finished painting on my own. That was a jolly good time. All right, so then I took 6 of the remaining 2x4s. I went ahead and painted them outside before cutting them, that I could paint all 4 sides. 4 of these 2x4s I cut at 63 inches, and those became the legs. Then the additional 33 inches from the cutoff of those, I ended up putting onto the end, and that became a ladder for the kids to get up to the top bunk. The other 2 additional 2x4s, one became a guardrail that I just screwed into the side, and then the other one I used to build a couple of 45-degree angles to help shore up some of the shakiness of the bunk. And then here's what the finished product looks like with that little head piece in there. And all things considered, I think that this is a really practical design. It's pretty rough cut looking, but it's very functional, and it worked exactly the way that we needed it to for our family.
All right, so there you go. That's how I did it. Hopefully that helps empower you to create a bunk bed for your kids or yourself or whatever. The big thing is get out there and do it. Maybe you don't use this exact style or plan, but this helps empower you to get out there and do something on your own. So click the subscribe button, like the video, and stay tuned for more updates from Spirit of a Handyman.
He's got the spirit of a handyman.